Hey, this is Matthew.
And this is Andrea.
Welcome back to Nerd News today, and it's time for another statue unboxing.
Yep, today we have from Diamond Selects their Marvel Gallery statue of Mr. Sinister.
This came out, I believe, last fall, and it was really cool checking this thing out, seeing it at, I believe, New York Comic Con. It was the first time I saw it in person, and now we've actually got it in hand, yeah.
I missed it last year, but oh my god, is it so nice.
It's really cool. I'm not really a big fan of Mr. Sinister, but this looks like a real standout piece.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get a really good Mr. Sinister. He's very dynamic in his look, but at the same time, it's just, he's a weird one.
Yeah, he's a very unique character, as we're going to see.
Yeah.
So I think we should go ahead and show you guys the packaging real quick, which is just a big old box, a window inside of Mr. Sinister. There's panels on the side that let you look inside, peek in on him, which I'm sure he's into. And there's a giant sunroof on top. This is a big box, by the way. This is a pretty hefty statue.
Yeah, this one's oof.
This is PVC, so it's not as heavy as like a resin piece.
Yeah.
But it's still it's got a pretty good amount of weight to it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good weapon. It's a good blunt object.
It is. Now here's a look at the back.
Okay, as usual, it has a nice little bio about him, and it says who designed and sculpted it. So designed by Caesar and sculpted by Alderton.
So without further ado, I think it's time to unleash Mr. Sinister into this world and take him out of the package.
We probably shouldn't unleash him, but, it's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and open this box.
Unleash the Sinister.
That sounds weird, but okay.
And here's our Mr. Sinister out of the package.
Whew.
He is an imposing figure.
Yes and no. I don't know if I'd call him imposing. I mean, I guess. Just his face isn't really screaming imposing to me. It's got a bit of a maniacal look to him, which I dig. But it sort of reminds me a little bit of, and I know I'm crossing the streams here, it's a little Joker-esque.
I guess, since he's pale, white, and he's smiling.
No,
Yeah.
it's the way he's smiling. It's just, with Sinister, I've always felt that he has, like with him, I always felt that there was something foreboding about him. Like, you knew something really messed up was going to happen when Sinister came around. He's evil. He's an evil, mad scientist. It might also just be that his face is just so chiseled that it's losing a little bit of the evil, because when I think of Sinister, I think pale white, the diamond on his forehead, and his mouth with those teeth. I'm a little torn on this one because his mouth isn't getting as much prominence. It's not as prominently displayed as I would have liked. Otherwise, damn, the whole body is just like, wow.
Yeah, this body is like a 10 out of 10. I mean,
This body's slamming. I don't know if you can easily see this, but his booty be popping.
that is America's ass.
Like, really, his ass is more America's ass than Captain America's ass is.
We complained about that in the Captain America one, in fact, about how his
it's
butt was not popping enough. But this one, I mean, wow.
He's clenching.
It's like 2 ripe mangoes.
It really is. It's just like, ooh. Oh my god, like the curve is just like...
Actually, I know this is really weird to say too, but his cod piece, yeah, look at that.
I know!
That's sticking out a little hard there too.
Oof.
It's,
Like, they really went...
I mean, Sinister, he does Sinister, so he got
Yeah,
this. Yeah.
I mean, I love his body. Don't get... that sounded a little...
You like the sculpting on his body.
I love the sculpting of his body.
I would agree.
I mean, I love the cape. I love everything. Like I said, the face is just... It's a little off for me. I think it's just... I also think of him as having a not as square jaw.
Maybe, yeah.
He's a little leaner in my mind. But, oh my god, is he just like... Whew!
I mean, I guess maybe that's the thing too, because he is pretty jacked here. This is a very swole keto diet Mr. Sinister. So he's all kinds of jacked up. You can even see like he's got his traps poking out of his neck over here.
No, it's just like, what is this?
Like he has the face of a bodybuilder more than he has like the lean version of Mr. Sinister. That might be what it is for you.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And also, like I said, I always see the mouth when I think of him. And so while the mouth is there and the teeth are there, I would have liked something a little bit bigger. And maybe because of the way that the face is in the bodybuilder thing, that's what's throwing me off. But, oh my god, is this like... What is this? What is this?
So, the sculpting here is really, really great. There's like so much going on, because Mr. Sinister is not an easy character to do, really. If you make a really good one, it's really, really great. And like, case in point here, I mean...
Oh my god.
The anatomy, of course, is just killer all over this. But then you got carved into him are these lines, which I just love those lines. I always like that.
That's always been fun.
The fabric detail work is knockout as well. Really great folds of the clothing.
Oh my god. Okay, if we're talking folds and clothing, we gotta talk the cape. Oh my god, this cape.
It's hard to miss this cape. Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Oh my god. And the texture of the cape is so different from the rest of his body. Like, Oh my god. Like, this is the sort of thing where I'm just like, yeah, this is my texture happy home.
It is pretty nice, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's similar texture that his leggings have. His leggings or boots, I don't know what you want to call them.
Yeah, well, yes
Fairly
and no.
similar.
It's very similar, but it's like you can see that the lines are different with how they...
It's a little more cut in on the cape.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, you got these little thingies over here, and of course, you know we gotta find the diamond kill spots.
Diamond death traps.
Yep, so right in his hands, and up here in the cape. Those are the big points.
It's a very deadly statue.
Yeah. Well, it's Mr. Sinister, so...
Wouldn't expect any less of him.
Yeah.
Really like the different blues that are used here. There's a metallic blue for most of his body, and then there's more of a matte cobalt blue for his gloves and his boots.
And that's Mr. Sinister, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really one of the things that really makes him stand out is that he has these different colors, well, types of colors.
And that nice crimson as well. Good
Yeah.
dark, deep crimson. But I like what makes it stand out even more is the translucent blue in his hands and this green base.
This base is just like, what?
This thing works so well because again we're talking basic color theory here, and these two shades just work so well together with each other and make it really pop. And again, it's a dark blue and a red. Now, as you guys know who know color theory, red and green, they shouldn't really be next to each other because they
Cancel each other out.
essentially, yeah. But together, oof,
When you do it in the right way and with the right shades,
yeah.
it works so well.
That's the thing here too. Red and green are like the Christmas colors, but here not so much.
This is not Christmassy at all.
Not at all.
And I mean, oh my goodness, I love I love all this. But since we're talking colors, we're talking paint job and everything, I do want to point out that the cape is a little funky in terms of some spots, and they're sort of noticeable because they're on the red. It's a shame, like they tried. You could see that there are just some spots where they missed, where the paint just was like funky, in the back. Luckily, it's not super visible, but if you look hard enough, you're gonna see it, like in here, underneath. But overall, it's not that bad.
So if you can, look for one in person. As with most statues, you want to look at them in person. The kind that you can see anyway.
Yeah. This is a beautiful piece of work. It really is. And Sinister is such a hard character to really capture.
It's a very villainous pose, though, villainous face. It really just captures how evil he is. That's kind of cool. It's nothing really complicated about it either. It's a very straightforward pose, a very straightforward character, but it tells you right up front what you need to know about this guy.
Yeah. I mean, in some ways, I almost wish there was a way, and I guess maybe that's what the base sort of does, is I wish we could have found a way to highlight the science-y part of him. Yeah. Because that's what he is. He's a mad scientist, like, straight up. But, oh man, this is just like foreboding.
And this would look really cool lit up from the bottom also.
Oh, yeah.
Because of how awesome his translucent base is. If you imagine how good this would look when it's lit up from the bottom.
Oh my gosh. Well, what's cool about this also is that while it's translucent, it's also not. It's got like so many different levels of color. Yeah. That like up here it's not as, as see-through as down here.
Which is nice, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really liking those different levels, and even the smoke that's around him, that's lighter than other parts. And it's just cool.
I think he's been hanging out with Mysterio maybe a little bit.
I can see that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I wouldn't either.
I'd ship that.
That would actually be kind of fun, wouldn't
it?
Yeah. And I'm also looking at his hand. He has this like crook in his finger. Do you see that? Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's a great hand.
Look at these hands.
Like Elderton really knows his anatomy here because like he's got this thing looking great. I mean, with the exception of really, if I'm gonna be a nitpicky guy, I'd say that like this forearm does not quite look right from the side. But I think I'm just reading into it too much. I think it's fine. I'm just nitpicking on simple anatomy. But like,
hands are just oof.
Otherwise than that, though, I mean, it's like this is the Vitruvian Man as Mr. Sinister,
Yeah, and you know what? I'm looking at this face, and I think I know part of what's been bugging me.
It looks kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, but that's part of it. It's his eyes. Because his eyes are so small to his face. Yeah. And if you look at a lot of the Sinister stuff, it's not like that. His eyes are more proportionate. And so by giving him the more bodybuilder, classic hero-y / villain kind of body, they're taking away from that thing. And I mean, so much of Sinister's evil is in his eyes.
That's true.
And I think that's what's getting me, because his eyes look really small in this.
That is true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but like I said, it's still a really great figure. I'm just like, what?
Yeah. The most chiseled Mr. Sinister ever.
Oh my god, you can even see the bones in his hand.
I know, yeah.
That's just so cool. Like, we don't really see that often. Like, you can see the knuckle joints.
Well, it's basically moving into the fabric as it should.
I know. I love that. I mean, yeah, seriously. Both Caesar and Alderton are just, like, really... They know their anatomy.
If you're going to go for realism, you got to make it real. And, the minute you have any little thing that doesn't look real, it just ruins everything for you. So luckily here, I mean, every fold is correct, the muscles are correct.
Yeah.
If it was wrong, it would stand out
And
really sharply.
Yeah,
like the eyes.
Exactly. So yeah, this is a standout piece. Like,
Yeah.
really. Oh my
Who knew
gosh.
Mr. Sinister would have such a good piece?
I know, this makes me wildly uncomfortable if you want to know the truth.
As you should be around Mr. Sinister.
Well, yeah, it's not just about that. It's just I like to collect my X-Men and the surrounding supporting characters and stuff. Yeah, I want a few villains, but Sinister's never been high on the list of villains I wanted in statue form. So now that it's here, I'm just like, ooh. Also, the fact that I'm a little bit like, hey, it's just like, ugh.
Well, on the plus side, you get to take him home and deal with that problem.
True. But seriously, that booty though.
Oh yeah. So that's our look at Mr. Sinister from Diamond Select. Who knew this would be such an amazing piece? Diamond always surprises us.
Clearly,
It's like, Mr. Sinister, of all the characters, he'd be one of our favorites.
I want to see what other random cool stuff. I want a Marrow. I want to see what they would do with Marrow.
Yes, yeah.
If you're gonna do stuff like this, I want to. I'm throwing the gauntlet down. I want a Marrow. With all the bones sticking out, and yeah, I want a Marrow.
So if Andrea is telling people what she wants next, that means she really, really likes this piece.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, we both do. We think you will like it as well. So on that note, I'm Matthew.
I'm Andrea.
And thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out all of our other upcoming statue reviews and everything else we do here on Nerd News Today.
We got a lot.
We'll see you guys next time.